Hey guys, in this special 100th episode of Crap Vegas, we interview the man, the myth, the legend himself, dealer Rick from Wynn, and so much more, so stick around.
I found out something very unsettling about Harry. Gambles. What do you mean he gambles? He plays craps in the back room of a private club. I mean, you 11, come on, little Joe. Snake eyes, hard way. That's how it goes. He loses a lot of money. You had no idea? No, I didn't.
Welcome to the Crap Vegas podcast.
Vegas, here we come.
Vegas!
Here are your hosts, Chris and Josh.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I can't believe it. It's episode 100 of the Crap Vegas podcast. I am Chris. He is Josh. And we did it. We made it to the most angelic number of them all, Josh.
I was going to ask you if this was an angel number.
I'm going to assume that it is.
100, 1 century. I'm nearly that old, right? Is that what you would say? That's really your line.
I mean, we put it this way. If you drew a number line, you would round up to 100.
That's true. I'm above the rounding error.
I am not. I would go down to 0.
I am on cloud 9, cloud 100 because of the Super Bowl victory, Super Bowl 60.
Yeah, go Hawks.
My Seattle Seahawks. New Pope, as I told you. New Pope was the key.
Yeah, that's what did it. And you going to Vegas, that probably helped too.
Yes. Well, that allowed me to bet on the Seahawks a little easier since it's harder to do here. You can do it. You just have to go up to the local joints.
I mean, Josh, remember on our last Patreon episode, Josh, we were talking about the odds of not having a touchdown in the game overall. I mean, there was a period there where I was thinking that was a legitimate concern.
Well, Chris, I was going to talk about this later, but I actually bet $100 on a shutout. And I got like 5,500, 5,000, 5,500, and it was close.
I mean, you were probably
there
pretty
the third
positive
quarter,
there for
the end
a
of
while.
the third quarter, thinking, "Ooh, this could be real money on a $100 bet." But it was all for naught. Although we won,
you did win. Congratulations again.
Thank
I
you.
was a huge Seahawks supporter all season, and I think now, Josh, I'm going to just since we've done this, I'm going to officially adopt them as my team. I'm kicking the Bears to the curb, and I am now just an official Hawks fan.
Well, as much as I like that, our host at Venetian is a Bears fan, so don't kick,
really?
You know, as long as she doesn't hear that you're kicking him to the curb.
I wouldn't know that because obviously we're not as close as you two are.
Adam Bauer is a Bears fan.
Well, I know that.
I
That's
think
'cause
there
he
are
lives
lots. There are lots of Bears fans.
I think there's more than one.
That's right. Anyway, so I'm just overjoyed about the Seahawks. The parade is in Seattle tomorrow. Of course, I have a meeting. I can't go to the parade. But, Chris, they are canceling my daughter's school.
Oh, wow.
Like they canceled school because of the parade. Yeah. That's serious.
Well, that is
business.
pretty awesome. I've never had anything like that happen in Louisville, Kentucky. But I am very excited for you, Josh. I'm glad to see the Hawks win. Are we going to be as good next year or are things going to drop off?
Well, we should be good. I mean, there's some key free agents. In fact, Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker III is a free agent. So it'll be interesting to see if we use a franchise tag or have some. But there's a few other key free agents. And, of course, we lost our offensive coordinator to the Las Vegas Raiders.
You did. I don't think that's going to make that big of a difference, though.
To us or to them?
Both.
Either one.
I mean, to be fair, Josh, don't get me wrong. I love the Hawks, but they're not exactly known for their offensive prowess.
No, that's an interesting thing. It's absolutely right. But it'll be interesting to see how Clint Kubiak does for the Raiders. Somebody pointed out that, you know, they rolled out the private jet and they have him getting off. They're like, this is the 4th time we've seen this since 2020. So new coaches for the Raiders are like 7 outs for Chris at a craps table.
Yep, that's 100% true, unfortunately. Okay, Josh, we got a lot going on this episode, so let's keep it moving and tell people how to get a hold of us. You can send us an email. That's podcast@crapvegas.com. You can join us over on our Facebook group. It's crapvegas.com/Facebook. You can find us on Twitter.
X.
He's at Vegas Duffy. I'm at Small Whale 13, or the show page is at Crap Vegas. Or we would absolutely love to have you join us over on Patreon. That is patreon.com/crapvegas. There's a 1-week free trial and all sorts of goodies over there. Tons of extra content. Get over there. What are you doing?
Absolutely.
Previous episode feedback, Josh. We got an email from Michelle. Michelle said, love the updated episode on host. I started listening to the show around episode 15 and remember going back and hearing it. But if nothing else, the quality is a lot better nowadays.
Thank you.
Something I don't think I heard on the episode, but that I'm curious about. What is a normal level of communication or connection with a host? Do you usually just email about the trip and then never see them or talk to them? Do you text them? Do you see them on property or just hang out with them while you're there? What is normal? Thanks, guys.
Well, Michelle, great question. And I think normal varies depending on probably what type of player you are and how much the host wants to make you happy. I think it depends on the personality of the host and the player, how much they just connect. And it kind of depends on the host personality as far as do they believe that schmoozing helps them, or are they not a schmoozer, or that kind of thing. I'll use our host at Venetian. She and I text, about trips. I'll say thank you and all that kind of stuff. But every once in a while we texted about the Super Bowl this week. As I said, she's a Bears fan, so we texted about the Bears. We texted about the Seahawks. She came up and gave me a hug at the Super Bowl party. So there's some of that. But then, our host at Wynn is very businesslike. I think one time we've joked about it. He came and met me at Wynn, at the door kind of thing. But for the most part, it's very professional. I think it just depends. Some people make good friends with their host. Chris, you used to be pretty tight with a host over at Resorts World once upon a time?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I had somebody over there, that almost as close as you are with your Venetian host now, Josh. Would have dinners occasionally together, or grab drinks or something upon arrival, that sort of thing. So, I mean, it is nice when you have that situation. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter too terribly much. I mean, Josh and I have the same host almost everywhere, and I don't talk to our Venetian host nearly as much as Josh does, but I also don't think that it affects what I get when I go.
Yeah. I think it hopefully it doesn't affect much. The one downside to being friendly with a host is then you feel like that really, and this is it's by design, but you feel that you owe them play, or you owe them, keep growing as a player, or that kind of thing. That's a bad, not necessarily bad, but that's probably a bad way to go.
Well, yeah, they don't want you to think of them as a business transaction. I mean, they want you to think of them as a friend that you really care about and that you want to do well for.
Right.
We got an email from John. John said, I learned the hard way how little the casino cares about craps when it comes to host and rated play.
Yeah.
On my first trip to Vegas in about 8 years, I stayed at New York, New York. I brought about $10,000 with me and said, when it's gone, it's gone. I played 2 sessions of craps that each lasted about 20 to 30 minutes. Been there, done that. And that was it for his gambling. He said, my offers after I visited were a free room with $50 in food and no free play after losing $10,000. But he continues, later that year, my wife took a girls' trip to Vegas and stayed at Park MGM, which I think is a comparable property. And she took $10,000 as well. Played all slots while she was there, same amount of time. And her offer afterwards, Josh, was a free suite, $400 in resort credit, $400 in free play. Life isn't fair for table games players. Thanks for the great show.
Well, John, you are exactly right. And I think I'm finding that to be a little bit true as far as table games on the video poker side as well. In fact, our host told me they don't really think that much of craps players. They don't think that much of video poker players. Like, if you really want a casino to notice you and get great comps and things like that, then slots is what they value most. But doesn't necessarily mean what you should play.
We got an email from Austin. Austin said, hey guys, great episode as always. A couple questions about hosts from a mid-level player slowly getting up to the hostable point. I do have a PCS who books my rooms above my corporate offer, but I'm not at that level to get much else. Question, he says, I focus my play at MGM properties, but I like wandering and spreading my play across their properties on the strip. Since hosts are generally based at a certain property, does spreading my play reduce my chances of getting on their radar, Josh?
Well, thanks, Austin. I don't think so. If we're talking just the MGM portfolio, yes, hosts are property specific, but I think if you play at a level that gets you a host, they will assign you a host at whatever property they deem to be your home property.
Yes.
And then as long as, at least this is my situation, like I have a host at Cosmo, for example, and I have a host at Aria, and my host at Cosmo says he can help me at any MGM property other than properties that I already have a host relationship with. So he won't book me at Aria because I actually have a host at Aria, but he'll book me to any other MGM property, if that makes sense. I think that's probably pretty common.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Austin also asks, when talking to a host about my play levels, I find it difficult to describe them based on time played because of the big variance in how long sessions last. Will saying something like, quote, I'm prepared to lose $2,000 per day at craps playing 135 across, get the message across adequately? I struggle with that, Josh, because I think the answer is really no, because it's not in their eyes about how much money you're bringing and how much you're willing to lose. I mean, they appreciate that. And that's why opening, casino credit lines can be beneficial. But at the same point, we talked about it a little bit earlier, I think. If you lose a lot of money real quick, you don't have a lot of value to a host.
Yes, and I think that saying whatever your bankroll is, which is kind of the same thing as what you're saying, I don't think properties really, I don't know if they believe that. This is just more of my gut feeling, I think, that, when you say you could lose 2,000 or 10,000 or whatever, they a lot of people say that, and maybe they're, half that kind of thing. I think if they see a credit line, they know that you really might be on the hook for that. That's more likely. But I've never said bankroll when communicating with a host. I think I've just said my average bet, and I will, try and play that for 3-4 hours a day, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I tend to think that that's a better barometer for them.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Josh. I don't think I've ever thrown out bankroll because it can be a deceptive number. I mean, you could say your bankroll is 100,000, and maybe it is, but you have no intentions of ever playing it.
Right.
But giving them what game you play and, how you like to play on that game, that can be beneficial information to them. And I do think they appreciate that. And look, if you tell them I'm a craps player, I play $135 across, I'll do my best to get at least 3-4 hours in a day, and you get your butt handed to you in the first hour. I mean, at least you can say, well, you didn't lie to them. You told them what your intentions were. You told them how you play, and you weren't lying about that. Now, your bankroll limited what you could do, but you never talked about your bankroll. You never threw that out there. So I'd rather just give the way I play in the game I like to play and let the chips fall where they may, because you may only play for an hour. You may play for 10. It really just depends on how it went.
Right. I think that's me too. But good question, Austin.
Yeah, so thank you all for the feedback this week. After the break, we'll have our interview with dealer Rick, some 100th episode news and sounds, and so much more. So stick around. Okay, Josh, we're back. The big day is here. I think out of the first 100 episodes that we've done, how many interviews have we actually had? 2?
I want to say 2, 1? Maybe 3.
It's not a big number by any means.
Boring Jack was twice, and then we had our errand boy.
Him. He's not a celebrity. Right. And we had Vegas errand boy. But in the background joining us today, as promised, for our 100th episode spectacular, it's dealer Rick from Wynn. Rick, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
And so, Rick, I don't know if you even know, but you tie into the very first episode of Crap Vegas because you're Chris's very first dealer at Wynn.
No, because that's when he walked up, right?
Yes.
He was staying at the Resort World.
Yep, I came across.
That's right, and you wouldn't lower the table limit to $50 from $100.
No, because we had no. Did Chris deserve it? He had the cash.
That's right. And he got killed.
Yeah, it lasted 10 minutes.
It lasted all 10,
it was terrific.
If that, yeah. I'm glad you guys kept coming in from there. You guys have been wonderful. And
well, thank you.
All the dealers. I'm just going to say to everybody out there that listens to them, thank you very much, and thank the Wynn dealers. Thank you and everything, because they do nothing but giggle about them. And they are still brothers, right?
Oh yeah, right. We're still completely related.
We don't get as many brother comments as we used to.
We don't.
I don't know. You got your hair and everything. I think because he lost the weight, and because he got the glasses are different.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Josh, you and I got to coordinate on glass styles. And
I think what it is we have to go to Vegas at the same time.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore.
That would be very helpful, and maybe start playing craps again. Josh,
that would
I played 3 times this last trip.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I had a great crapless session.
Great,
not at the Wynn though. Rick, I've tried to get him to come over.
Yeah, I know, but just we understand the dynamics and everything what's going on. You're not the only players that do that. Everybody does it.
I like to think of it like a pending divorce is what it is. Like Josh and I, everybody knows that we're on the outs, that we don't like each other anymore. And so when I come to Vegas, even if he's there at the same time, we don't stay at the same property anymore. Because like a married couple, we can't sleep in the same room anymore.
So really, it's like the couple that sticks around for the kids. We're just sticking around for the show.
That's what it is.
Well, nothing wrong with that, I guess.
No.
As long as it can keep working.
I mean, what is it? Penn and Teller are apparently not like great friends.
Really?
They're good. They're not like buddies. Yeah, they don't like hang out together socially or anything like that, but they have a great working relationship and things. But
okay, so let's get going here, Rick. Right. I want to talk to you about many things, but to start it off, let's talk about you growing up. Before you even became a casino dealer, were you a gambler at all, or was gambling just something you never touched?
It was around, but not like that. My mom and dad and the whole family, I come from a big family. So, and we used to always play like penny poker and stuff like that, but nothing
Right.
really big until
Mhm.
I hit like high school. And then my cousin used to play poker with his friends because he's like a couple years older than me. And then every once in a while, I would get in there and just throw a couple hands of poker, deal for them. Because
Right.
the guys, they hate dealing. You know how it is when you're in a poker every Saturday night or whatever it is, and you play your penny poker and you want to just deal. They wanted someone else to deal, so they could have
Right.
fun and just relax. But otherwise, no. One day, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was doing a little bit of college and everything like that. And my dad goes, well, then when I met my wife, she said, she says, this girl loves you. What are you going to do for a living? Well, that's when he had a friend that worked in Atlantic City. And he says,
Okay.
maybe you can make good money down there. And that's when I started back in 82, long time ago, when you guys were wee tots.
I don't think Chris was
I was
born.
in 82. Chris wasn't alive. So.
I forget the age bracket.
Now, Rick, in Atlantic City, is it different than it is in Vegas, where if you're a craps dealer in Vegas, you effectively don't jump to other games most places? In Atlantic City, are you more well-rounded?
When
You're
it
dealing
first
blackjack?
started, when I first started there in 82, I left in 96. I came out here in 96 into Vegas. But yeah, in 82, no, you dealt your games. Like when I first started, I dealt blackjack. Then I went to roulette. I was a roulette dealer for like 12 years.
Mhm.
And I took
really?
craps. Back there, you're on a waiting list to deal the games, whatever, you know what I mean? So when I dealt craps, it took me like 3 years after school. Like after I got done school, then it took me 3 years to get in it. One of the guys just quit. Back there was a tendency just to walk right off the game and leave. So I was on this single low wheel over in the high limit pit and they go, you're up next. And then I started, it just started, So when I came out here, I dealt it mostly exclusively just craps. So
How was it when you first did it? Was it scary? Craps?
craps? Oh, hell yeah. You got all these people coming at you. Better yet, I started on $100 game in a baccarat pit with stockbrokers where they just throw money at you. They just keep throwing it, and it doesn't stop. You know what I mean? I didn't realize that. We're allowed to take a breath, right? They don't stop. Back then, they just didn't stop. But that's where I really broke in there like that. When I got out here, it was a little different. It's a little more laxed. It wasn't like that.
When you came to Vegas, where did you break in at Vegas?
Monte Carlo. I opened up Monte Carlo in Monte Carlo.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to, I got out of Monte Carlo 6 months after I got here. Quit or be fired. So I said, I'll quit. You know what I mean? No big deal. They were accusing me of, stealing and everything. And I wasn't stealing. No one was. No one was stealing on our table. Well, we found out that the circus was just laying people off. You know what I mean? So they wouldn't meet their whatever. They had to have so many full-time people, and they were just getting rid of people. The day I quit, there was 50 people that got fired. You know what I mean? I thought I was the only one. Right. Then I got out of the business for a few years, and then when the Bellagio opened, I had a buddy that worked over there, and he says, "Hey, why don't you come on over to Bellagio?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know if I want to get back into business." And that's when I started to get back into business. I went over to the Nugget. Mm-hmm. Then I went from the Nugget when the Paris opened. I went to Paris, and then from Paris to a Wynn. Basically, I didn't jump around too much. I'm one of those guys that don't jump. I don't like jumping jobs.
So you've been at Wynn since opening day?
Yep, opening day. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice place to work. Trust me, they're all about the same as far as gambling and everything but it's the way we treat people, the way they treat people, the way they treat us, the Wynn. Everybody knows the Wynn. We're the best, dude.
It's true.
I hate to say, you know what I mean? We're the best, dude. I go out there and I gamble and everything, and we're just not the same. We try to anticipate everything you guys are going to do. And it's mostly everybody that works there. Even in the back of the house when we're dealing with them, with those folks back there, they're just like us. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's no one taking an attitude. And except for me, I have the attitude. So.
Yes, you do.
Rick, what do you think is the biggest separator between being a dealer at a place like Wynn and the other properties? What makes you guys so special in your eyes?
Our eyes, personalities. Mostly all of us get along. Ever since day one, we try to all get along. Other places, they don't promote that. In our place, they want us to do that. They want us to treat everybody the same from top to bottom. So when you're doing that and you go in the back of the house and you do that too, it breeds that. You know what I mean? Even the new people coming in, they're like looking at us like we're crazy. You know what I mean? Because that's what we try to breed, and we try to breed the next group coming in. Any new dealers, you try to breed that. Even help in the back, you're trying to breed it. So
that's one of the things that always impressed me about Wynn is just like everybody seems to be committed to,
to the cause.
To the cause, to the
cause,
to the vision,
cause,
whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the vision. You get it. I mean, it's around us. They do it for us. They make it easy. It's not hard. You know what I mean? It's not a hard job. Like I tell everybody, the other jobs are hard. Like they make you do it. This, you just do it. It's like we want to do it. Anybody that doesn't want to do it, bye-bye.
Yeah.
They get yelled at and all, but if you do it and go do your job, they make, have a good time, keep having a good time.
Now, were you a craps dealer at Wynn when you first started, Rick?
Oh, yes. For our shift, me, Liz, and Mike Carboni, the big, tall Mike.
Mm-hmm.
We're the original three with Meba.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
So we're the original group in craps.
Yeah.
So we're the only ones, I shouldn't say original, but there was other people came through, like Floor and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They were in other games. JoJo, all those guys, they were in other games maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
If you would come in on Thursday, Chris, you would see all the day one dealers there, Thursday and Friday, because they're not off.
Yeah,
everybody's working those days, but they're all day one dealers.
Do you ever deal any other games now?
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Blackjack every once in a while. Roulette every once in a while. I try not to. I don't mind going over there, but I try not to. We had fun just like we do over at the crap table. So
I mean, I always stick you in the high limit, though. I mean, that's my problem. Is every time I come in to Win now, Rick's not on the main floor. He's back behind the old B bar, hiding by himself.
On usually Tuesdays and Wednesdays from now on, because we have a lot of part-time dealers. They want the better dealers up there. I'm not saying that those other dealers. There was a guy that came in today, and he's brought his daughter. They're going to go see the Backstreet Boys, and he comes up. What are you doing up here? You're supposed to be downstairs. We have no control over where we are. Sometimes we do, but most of the time we do not. So,
do you ever find yourself like getting overwhelmed by the action, or is it all the same to you? Like when you're back there or anything? Is it?
No. I don't think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you let it think about you, it will get you. It's like anything. You know what I mean? It will get you. It will bite you. And in these days, like I'm like 3 years out from retiring at the latest. I don't really want to work any day.
Well, I knew
I'm
that.
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. You think I lie to everybody? I don't lie. Like,
it's
when they come up and they say, "Hey, man, do you want to stand dead?" Of course I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, what does
sure,
stand dead mean?
Like when we're standing on a dead game, like nobody's playing.
Oh, okay.
We're just standing there waiting for you guys to walk up. Especially if we know you're there. Like we're waiting. You know what I mean? There's other players, they just wait to see us or whatever, like you guys.
Would you rather stand dead or play in a live game? I mean, deal a live game?
It don't matter. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, if we're busy, we're busy. If we're not, nothing I can do about it.
Now, Rick, do you ever play craps yourself when you're outside of work?
I haven't played in 6 months. I try not to.
I thought you were about to say like
just
6 years or 15
20 years.
No.
6 months.
It's been 2 weeks.
Every once in a while, but I don't play I'm usually a quarter player or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, are you, do you gamble at all?
I'm a sports bettor. Yes,
okay.
I do.
Gotcha.
Oh, yes, I do.
He says with a big smile on his face.
I mean, he's missing out on our Fading Crap Vegas picks, Josh. He could have made so much money if he just followed us.
I tell you what, I only really like betting college football. I don't bet
I'm a big fan too.
Okay. But you did win a little, you did win a little money on the Super Bowl, you said.
A little bit. Not a lot. Not like I normally would. I would normally send it in on like Seattle, but I was very unsure of either team. I'm not even going to lie.
Right.
It was what thought was going to be a great game was, for you, of course, Josh, it was a great game.
It was a great game, yeah.
But for everybody else around America, it was like, this sucks.
It was pretty boring. I'm not going to lie.
The first half was like, I'm not a big, what is it? What was his name? Bad Bunny. I'm not a big fan, but Bad Bunny. And I said, boy, I can't wait till he gets on it. It was only like the middle of the second quarter.
You were ready.
I was ready.
Well, the funny thing was this is a little off topic, but in Seattle, all the sports radio stations and everything, we kind of expected, we thought the Seahawks are a much better team. It's going to be pretty much a blowout. The defense is going to dominate, but you didn't want to believe it. Well, it turned out the game pretty much went exactly as we thought it would.
Right.
You know,
I'm not saying it, I didn't think it would go that way, but I thought it was going to be a little closer.
right.
Okay, Rick,
So getting back to actual crap stealing.
Yes,
Yes, go
absolutely. This part's
Go
more
ahead.
important. So
Yeah, it's way important.
something we talk about on this show a decent amount, and anybody that's ever played with us kind of knows that we're a big proponent of tipping dealers. We think it's extremely important. You guys work hard. You deserve to get
Yes.
that. But my question for you is, does it really affect the way that you treat a player? Are you more likely to go out of your way to help somebody that's a good tipper, or does it have zero
No.
effect on it?
Zero effect. For me personally, zero effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I treat everybody the same.
Okay.
And do you,
No.
as dealers, and knowing that you treat everybody the same, would you rather be tipped like while a roll is going on, the way Chris and I do with place
I
bets?
don't-
Or
I had no answer for that either because it doesn't matter.
Okay.
okay,
As long as, you know what I mean? Like if someone say leaves and tips us in, or they're tipping the whole time,
Great.
it really doesn't matter for me personally,
right,
Okay.
right.
you know?
You
So,
don't get that fun of playing along much, or you're just working. If
no,
we're like, if I have a place bet for the dealer, if like I place a $6 8 or a whatever,
yeah,
it doesn't do anything for you to see the 8 hit 5 times or like it does with us, kind of idea.
nah, it's just, I'm glad you're winning. As long as you keep winning, because the longer you win, the more you're going
Right.
to stay at the table, and we're going to have more fun. And we're going to have our giggles, and that's the way I am. I don't care.
This
Some people they get,
conversation is saving me so much money.
what's that? What's
I
that?
said, this conversation is saving me so much money because now I know if I'm at Rick's table, I'm not tipping a penny. Not
Oh,
happening.
well, then you get a verbal tongue lashing, as you know.
Well, that's true.
So, what would you rather have? Me
Well,
not
only
say
from
anything?
Liz. Liz is the only one that will do
Liz,
that.
she
She'll
comes
call
out
me.
with some
She'll
stuff.
she'll
Yeah.
throw me across the carpet every chance she gets.
Yeah,
Liz
she should-
will hustle a little.
Liz is like that. She's good people. She don't know when to use it, and then all of a sudden you'll hear her use it. And go, what? I'll be like, me. I'll be like, what? Did you just say that?
So what are some of the biggest mistakes that you see players make? Craps players.
As far as mistakes,
Like, do you see them like
playing period. Playing period. Playing.
That's 100% true.
We're changing the name of the show.
Yeah, we're gonna name it the Poker Vegas now.
That's right.
Yeah, but no, like making mistakes how you play, like the way you like to play. I always tell players, I don't know if you guys ever hear it, but I like telling players you got to find your niche that you like, the way you like to play, and just play that way.
Mhm.
So
Makes sense. Yeah.
it's whatever you like. See, some people get mad and say, "Well, I play this way and it doesn't win." Well, then find another way. What can I say?
It's a
And
fun game no matter how you play it. You're gonna have a good time.
Yes,
It's
yes.
the only game that I can continually lose every freaking time I play, and I still keep
Correct.
coming back for more.
And you're not the only one. I mean, there's people that play all the time, and it's like, what? Why don't you just quit and go play blackjack? Go play another game. There are other games out there for
Yeah,
all
just
our guests.
Hand
You know
me
what I mean?
$100, I'll kick you in the
Yeah.
nuts, and you can walk away. Yeah,
yeah. And I'd save my money.
exactly.
It's whatever.
Now we talk
How
about
people feel.
superstitions a lot on this show, Rick.
There's so many.
Are there any crap superstitions though that you've seen so much at the table because you're there every day that
I'm
you
over
actually
it.
started to believe it?
Okay, no, none of them.
Okay.
I have no superstitions.
I'm the
So,
same way,
you know
so
what
I'm
I
right
mean?
there with you.
Well, I shouldn't say that. If the Eagles are on Sunday, I'm an Eagles fan. So if the Eagles are on Sunday, there's certain things that I do that every Sunday morning, getting ready. But far as like gambling and all, I had no superstitions over gambling.
Interesting.
Like the cocktail waitress, right? That's a good one, right?
Oh yeah,
You guys
always.
always talk about that. Cocktail waitress comes over, I got to go off. Like me, I got to go bet more money because now she's bringing me another drink. So that's the way I see it. You know what I mean? More the better. Give me some of all those things that you have, all those superstitions. So
do you, Rick? I've seen you once or twice deal crapless.
I do crapless all the time now.
Do you know?
We have no
what do you-
choice. We have,
Oh,
like,
interesting.
because in the high limit, that it's usually crapless.
Oh yeah, I've seen you up there too at
It's
a
always
crapless table.
crapless.
Yeah. Do you have a
it's
preference?
usually- Not really. Not now.
Yeah.
Now that I know the game, if they were to change it to the whatever it is, whatever the odds pay and everything like that, no, it's getting. The more you deal it, the easier you get. The funny part is you're paying like a different number. Like you'll see the 11 will hit and you're paying a 10, like something like that. But
Right.
otherwise, that's normal. Because there's more numbers there. your eyes are trained to see things. Like on a regular crap table, you see it. Then when you get over there, there's more numbers, and you're marking the wrong. People always mark the wrong point. That's the biggest thing over there. It happens all the time. And
like your hands go to because the numbers change the spots,
Correct.
right? Like you're used to reaching for a.
Yes. Yes. So true.
I've seen that before.
So we talk all the time. What makes crap so amazing is you can have these huge rolls that just make up for all the crap that came before. You lose every damn roll, and then all of a sudden you get the big monster, and it all makes it worthwhile.
Right.
Can you talk about what you've seen, like some of the craziest rolls at the table? I mean, are people going from $500 to 20,000? I mean, are we talking even greater than that?
No, smaller number for it's the bigger bet, the bigger guys, the bigger gambos, the whales and stuff like that. They bet like that, but not everybody. Everybody progresses pretty much evenly up. If you double it every time, you double it every time. Hit, press. That's the normal thing we see is like hit and press.
Yeah.
So.
Are there ways that players can play that make it easier for you? Because I know there are ways that players can play that make it hard for dealers.
Yeah, when you're going up one unit at a time or pressing like two numbers at a time, that's the hardest part. Like when you're going, say, from let's give it a $60 bet, and then they go, say, 90 on each. Now they want to go,
right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When you start messing with a lot more chips, you make a lot more mistakes. If you're not on it, if you're not on your game. Like if you're going 36 to 48 and they want to go, 56 on both numbers, like it's just annoying sometimes,
What about regression? Annoying. Players that take their bets, reduce them.
That I always say, what I always say is like, why are you taking a winning bet away when you could be winning more on it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I feel like you, like in that aspect, I want to win. I don't want to, why am I taking my bet down? But people do it, that's their system. If they want to do that system, go ahead. You get one of those 40-minute rolls, though, you'll be regretting that you keep doing that,
Yep.
I wish I could have that regret sometime.
It's true.
Now, what are your thoughts, Rick, on don't players?
I have no thoughts on don't players. They don't bother me. They're not,
okay.
I'm one of the guys that I really don't care if you bet the don't or not, but don't be complaining because you're losing on the don't when everybody's winning. Everybody's cheering. Now you're mad. And the other guy or the guy in the don't's happy and everybody else is getting mad. You have that choice. I had to stay there. You guys can walk away.
You're committed.
I got to stay here. So why should I,
I get that. But it feels like don't players are just always the biggest jackasses in the world. I don't mind the ones that walk up and play and they're having a good time.
Well, the ones come across, I see a lot of them, and a lot of them are really nice.
I'm sure they're great people. Just not, but the ones that walk up and literally just, the
Most
ones
of the
that
time, people are
seven
nice.
and he's got a 7 out.
Rick is playing it down the middle here.
I'm going to play it down the middle because that's the way I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's good.
If you're a nice person, you're a nice person, whether you play the don't or the do. You got rotten people playing the don't, the do.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It's both ways,
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. What kind of person do you like at the table? What makes your job more fun or easier?
Oh, you too, of course.
Oh,
I have the setup. We scripted that question.
We had to pay him $20 to ask us that.
How much? 20?
Yeah.
I'm getting 20? All right. Next bet.
Let's go.
No.
How do you feel about drunks at the table?
It depends if they're unruly.
Yeah.
If they're unruly, it's tough. You guys should know that by now. That unruliness it's tough. You try to stay on your side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let Meba worry about that.
That's what I was going to ask you.
I try.
Usually,
you know me. I could take control of the game. But if a drunk's out of control, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
It's not my job.
That's probably why we always play by ourselves, though, Rick.
Yeah.
I mean, I think anybody that knows us we prefer an empty table. We don't want a full table.
Yeah. And I've never had that problem with anybody walking up and one game's unruly, hey, that's what we're there for. We're there to deal.
Yeah. And it's Wynn, so hopefully
That's our job. And lately, don't see it. When we first opened, it was just a madhouse, But as time, we got really good players now. Really good, customers that come in. So,
have you seen any changes, Rick? And I don't know if you can talk about this, but have you seen any changes with the opening of new properties? How's that impacted Wynn? And I won't say any specific, but
I'll tell you what. Leading up to this, like Super Bowl week, it was kind of dead the week before. But we're right back in it. Like like I thought I'd go in today and it'd be real calm and everything. Nope, not the case. Not the case. And I think it's due to our marketing department. I think they're doing a good job. And I think they're going to go for the high end, more towards the high end, because
Sure.
that Zero Bonds opening next month. So
yeah. Josh and I are going to share a membership. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. You're not allowed to share memberships. You know that.
No, our
right?
host actually told us we're not welcome to get a membership.
if you pay your, I think it's 100,000 to join, and then it's 55,000 a year for the membership. I think that's how it works. You can go online and look at it and everything. There's one in New York City. You know, so
wow.
I mean, as somebody that doesn't even drink that much anymore, I don't think I'm getting my value out of it, but
no.
It does seem pretty cool though.
Yeah. But otherwise, no. I mean, the business has been pretty steady, at our place.
Fun kind of question as we wrap up. What's the longest role you've been a part of?
An hour.
That's it.
Okay.
Oh,
An
we can do
hour.
that. Come on,
When we
Josh.
first opened, it was like an hour. Yeah, it was
always-
on table 10. It was all the way on the end cap towards the elevators, and sat on the end there. And the guy, it was just two guys, and they were just rolling. One won like 100,000. The other guy won like 50,000. But it's
we
nothing.
think about what we could do with an hour. Yeah,
with an hour.
right.
I'd buy into your podcast here.
Oh wow, that'd be awesome.
We'll sell it to you cheap.
You can have the whole damn thing if you want it.
No, thank you.
Well, then I mean, with two people, like an hour is a really long.
I mean, that's
and they
a
were
long
just
time.
but they weren't like, it was just a normal, like, we're throwing the dice, it wasn't that like that. The next thing you know, everything's a table max,
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Some people really go for it. You know?
We've had a couple of those roles, Josh and I, together. Mostly it seems like it's been at Venetian Palazzo that will go, 45 minutes or so, just the two of us, and everything's, thousands. And it's just amazing. Every time you roll the dice, you feel like you can't 7 out if your life depended on it. But for some reason, when Josh and I play at Wynn together, no chance, no luck at all.
Especially with you.
Zero.
Right.
Final question for you, Rick. If you could give one piece of advice for a first-time Wynn craps player, what would it be?
Oh, when you're first walking up to the game, I guess, just let us know that you don't know how to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you know a little bit about the game, let us know, and get right next to the baseman, not the guy with the stick, but get along next to the baseman and tell him I'd like to learn. Most people, you guys know, will try to teach them. We're trying to grow craps, because it's not a growing game. You know what I mean?
There's less games now than ever.
It's a dying game. You go all over the place and see it. It's just a dying game. So, and that's the only advice I would ask. You know what I mean? Most dealers at the Wynn, you know how we are. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Get over here.
You guys are always
throw your
terrific.
money down. Throw your 3,000 or 4,000 down, Chris.
Yeah. I don't have it anymore. Josh took all my money.
I know. I believe it. I totally believe it. So, but yeah, that's what I would do. If I was a player just coming up to the game, you got to ask, you got to learn. It's like that on any game, no matter where you are. If you don't know and you don't ask, that's on you. If you lose your money to something like that, just jump in. Better learn, so.
Well, thanks for being, a friend of ours, a friend of the show, someone we could talk about.
Right.
It's
you can talk
been
about
great.
me anytime.
So much content.
And you can tell how bad a dealer I am and how mean I am to you guys. I'll talk to your host. I'll find out who he is.
Most people, I think, know at this point. I will say from the bottom of my heart, Rick, as a somewhat newer craps player, I mean, Josh is the one that really got me going into it. Before, I was always a blackjack guy. There is no dealer in Vegas that I have enjoyed playing with more than you, and it's not even close.
I appreciate that.
Tremendous.
I really appreciate that.
And it's not even just your personality.
People misunderstand me sometimes, but there's
you
no
have
misunderstanding.
A rough exterior,
yes, but I'm soft and fluffy on the inside. If they knew that,
you are.
Most people, once you get to know me, I'm soft and fluffy. I really am.
I mean, like all dealers that win, you're extremely competent. I never ever worry about a bad payment or anything.
Yeah.
But it is always in jail.
Yeah, but what would happen if there was a bad payment on my table?
Oh, I'd call it out instantly.
You go, oh, Rick, you forgot to pay me over here. And what does Rick do? Just pay you. I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
That's one of the best.
Most Wynn dealers, they won't go get you unless they're really hard, Jay. No.
Cough, cough. Yeah.
No, but Jay will give it to you. You know what I mean?
That's what I was going to say. That's one of the neat things about all the dealers that win things like that. They're not going to fight you over $20 or $100. You know.
You know why? Because you're going to play it anyhow.
Right.
And it's
that's exactly right.
That's the way. Even from Atlantic City, I brought that here. You know.
Right.
And they were like, "Why are you paying him?" Like, you know, when I first started at Monte Carlo, why are you paying him? I'm like, because he's going to keep playing.
Yeah.
Because they'll keep playing. People
You're
going to
get
playing.
it back.
Yeah. And if you help them, you know, there might be a stray one or two that are mean and try to do it all the time. But most of the time, people are nice, you know. They're nice back to you, and that's what you get with it, you know.
I never understood that at some other properties. I mean, stupid stuff like if somebody like me that always has a crap check on a come out roll, then when, you know, somebody didn't ask me for it, I didn't think about it. Wynn pays it every time, no matter what, whether it's there or not.
Because we know if we know you have it there, we don't even question it. Just give it to them. Like, you know, when we were first open, we were taught just give it to them. And then down the line, they kept saying, well, you should question it every once in a while. And then someone else came in and said, hey, just don't ever question anybody. Just give it to them.
It's not like that at every property. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I know.
No.
You don't have to tell me that.
Over stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. And there's no reason to. Really, because you guys are going to be playing there for another half hour, and then you got to put up with your bad attitude and my bad attitude. You know what I mean? That's horrible.
Right.
It's just so horrible. When people do that, like if I was open a casino, I'd be like, just be happy. Give them everything. You know, give them anything you want. You know, just to make the player happy.
It's coming back to you eventually, anyways.
Yeah.
Yep, it will, and it will. It really will. You know.
Well, give our best to everybody, especially Jay and Liz, and tell them that you're going to be, you know, you're officially going to be famous, podcast famous,
right?
Or more podcast famous. Yeah.
Right. Okay, man. It's nice talking to you guys.
Thank you, Rick.
And happy 100th episode, everybody. Hey. Everyone, you got to get everybody text. Do whatever you can and get to these guys and aggravate them through their phones. Now that I got their numbers, they're in big trouble. Really, I'm not in. Just to let everybody know, I really don't do that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Patreon. That's patreon.com/crapvegas. What do we got new over there, Josh?
Chris, on the last episode, we recorded live from Vegas. I was in a robe that I put on specifically for our podcast recording, our Crap Vegas Patreon show.
Only me.
No, we had our CVP show. We recorded the day I got to Las Vegas. We talked mostly about the upcoming Super Bowl and some fun prop bets. So it'll be interesting to listen back and see if any of those came close to hitting. But this was a special. Our last Patreon show was special because we recorded right from Las Vegas.
Big thank you to those that signed up over the past couple weeks. That's Scott S., Sarah B. with a KCS membership.
Thank you, Sarah.
And Mark A. with a KCS membership.
Thank you, Mark.
Upcoming trips, Josh. I mean, I feel like you're pretty much there every weekend. So anytime anybody goes out, they probably have a good shot of seeing you.
Yeah. Well, having just gotten back as of yesterday, the day we record this, next trip is going to be March Madness.
Oh, that'll be fun. I'm trying to get out there still, hopefully very soon. I found out it's going to be a midweek trip because my weekends are all tied up. But Josh, I'm going to find a way, if nothing else, to do one of the old-fashioned Chris trips where I fly out for a day, fly home the next day, nice and short. Hosts really love it because, you know, you're only there for a single night. It's amazing.
I'll tell you, Chris, if you come out midweek for a night, there's a possibility I could join you.
Ooh, I will keep that in mind. Remember, though, it'll be at Wynn.
I'm not against that for a night. I can handle them. I can stoop to their level for a night.
Okay, fair enough. A friendly reminder, subscribe and leave a review in your favorite podcasting app and visit our merch store. That's crapvegas.com/shop. So we've made it to that magical point, Josh. I would say it's the 100th wheel spin, but it's not because this actually started fairly late into our progress. But let's spin that wheel.
Well, sometimes we have 2 wheel spins, so that doubles the wheel spins.
True. I'm sure somebody's counted it up for us.
All right, let's spin the wheel. We just might do 1 wheel spin this week.
It's time to spin the Crap Vegas Big Wheel. Are you ready? Josh, spin the wheel.
Oh, well, this is topical. Chris, we got to talk about how the books did, the Nevada books did on the Super Bowl.
Oh, on the Super Bowl. I'd have to imagine they did fairly well, right? I felt the game was pretty predictable.
Well, they did fairly well. They won $9.9 million, 7.4% hold on a $133.8 million handle, but is a 10-year low in betting volume. Last year was 151.6 million wagered as opposed to 133.8 this year. If they were talking about why, it's probably because it was pretty predictable and it wasn't a really sexy matchup. I think they got saved by Mattress Mac bet $2 million on the Patriots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that definitely helped him. I mean, I felt like coming into the game, Josh, it was fairly predictable. Like if you asked me to pick a side and pick a total, I would have said the under and I would have said Seattle. I feel like that's how most people fell. But here I am in the back of my mind. Do you think that some of these, what do they call them, prediction markets, things like Kalshi are eating into the overall bets?
Good question. I would think they'd have to be. But so apparently it was really the prop bets that kind of saved, because it was a low scoring game and people bet lots of money on so-and-so to score the first touchdown and all that kind of stuff. That helped the books a lot. Now Chris, I'm new to this whole, so even though I was there, I did everything through the William Hill app.
Okay.
And I'm not used to the things where I get the option of cashing out early.
Oh, I've had that many times.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
So,
it's bad for you.
Well, I did it and it actually did hurt me to the tune of like $300 or something. Because I did several alternate lines. We'll talk about this more on the next Patreon show, but I did several alternate lines. I did the Seahawks at the 4.5. I took the Seahawks at 7.5. And I took the Seahawks at 9.5.
Okay. All winners.
I think the 9.5, yes, all winners. But I think the 9.5 one, it got to be, I think it was maybe around halftime. We were ahead 12-0. And I got offered a pretty good money on the 9.5. And I'm like, I'll just take it now. But the funniest thing was.
Never doubt your own team, Josh.
Oh, no, I know. I did. A little bit. I bet $150, actually by mistake, but I bet $150 on the over.
Okay.
And which was 45.5.
Yes.
So it got to be so bad that they offered me 50 cents on my $150 over bet.
Would you like a couple quarters to make your bet go away?
And I said, I'll take it. 50 cents. So I took my 50 cents. Well, except
for that called back touchdown.
Right.
That
would have hit the over. And I'm like, crap, I stole it for 50 cents.
God darn it.
I've never been more happy to see my team having a touchdown taken away.
I didn't think about that there. There was a guy in my office that had the same situation as you. He doesn't really follow either team. He's a Steelers fan. Unfortunate. I mean, he saw the total and he's like 45.5. That's nothing. Each team can score 22. And I was like, I was thinking to himself, no, I didn't expect him to get up in the 42 range.
No, I didn't either. And I actually, as I said, I meant to play the under and did it by mistake. So then it was all okay. Anyway, that's the wheel today. Super Bowl.
And of course, Josh, the final thing before we get out of here, everybody knows you just got back from Vegas. We didn't have time to talk about your Vegas trip. So is that going to be on Patreon soon?
Yep. That'll be our very next Patreon show. We'll talk about my exciting winning, not W-Y-N-N-I-N-G.
Oh, W-I-N-N-I-N-G.
Yes. Trip to Las Vegas. And it wasn't all because of the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
It may have been winning on craps. It may have been winning on video poker. There may have been royal flushes. Anyway.
Josh, we have made it to the end. 100 episodes strong that we're out now at this point. It's just amazing.
It is just amazing. And in honor of us being 100 episodes strong, let's play a song.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, from the strip to the dice that roll, stories of Vegas never get old. Cocktails clinking, jackpots flash, talking comps and the wins and the splash. Crap Vegas, we're singing along. 100 episodes strong. Through the highs, through the lows, still chasing that neon glow. Crap Vegas, here's where we belong. 100 episodes strong. Crap Vegas, here's where we belong. 100 episodes strong. From the tables to video poker bars, Chris and Josh know just who we are. Every laugh, every tale they share, that casino magic is always there. So here's to the gamblers, the dreamers, the crew. Listeners worldwide, we're raising it too. Whiskey on the rocks or a
Couple fun facts about that song, Josh. One, it took us over 6 months to write,
Yes.
which is very impressive. Number two, the keyboard you hear in the background, that is Chris playing it.
Uh-huh.
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 And number three, we are submitting it for Grammy consideration. So you guys get your votes on.
I am very proud of that song. I love that song.
I think we did great with it, Josh. It does make me a little sad to hear.
It does.
To think that we've made it 100 episodes. And I think there's some changes in the horizon.
Yes. We kind of have hinted at it over time that 100 episodes would be a kind of a key milestone for us.
Mhm.
Our lives have changed quite a bit since the show began. Chris has got a whole new business. Takes up a lot of time. It's harder for us with our kids to find as regular times to record. So we're going to make a few changes.
Yes, Josh and I now officially hate each other. We can finally admit it now that we've made it to
true.
episode 100. And we're like, we can't see each other this much anymore. It's too much.
Yeah. Nothing too dramatic. We don't want to be too dramatic about it. The show is going to continue, but we're going to change its form a little bit. We're going to migrate most of our content, at least most of our new content, over to the Patreon side. We still love doing the show. We want to keep doing the show, but we're going to move everything over to the Patreon side. We are still going to release content to the regular feed periodically. We don't know exactly what that's going to be yet, but we're going to shift most things over to the Patreon side. I know that's not for everybody, and I appreciate that. Not everybody wants to do Patreon. It means a lot to us to have your support over there, and we'd love it if you follow us over there if you're not a Patreon already. But as I said, we'll still release content to the main feed periodically.
Yeah, and I think we're kind of excited about it because it gives us a little bit more flexibility. I think everybody that's listened to the show, even since day one, knows it takes the world moving for us to be late on an episode. We always put it out, usually, the exact same day, right when you expect it. We start getting blown up with messages the minute something's 10 minutes later than usual.
True.
And we don't have as much flexibility as we used to have. So by moving over to the Patreon side, we can kind of just put out content whenever we like. And that may mean more Patreon content than there is right now. It's just, it gives us the flexibility schedule-wise that when we have time to record, we're going to put it out. And it may not have to be a hour-long episode. It may be 30 minutes here. It may be 2 hours here. It just depends on what we want to talk about. But at least we'll have some flexibility.
Yes. And it could also be fairly similar to what we do now. I mean, Chris and I have been doing this. We're in the rhythm that we might find that we have to do it. But anyway, that'll be the change. So you won't see, after episode 100, you won't see a regular drop 2 weeks from now on the main feed unless we decide to do it.
Yeah, you may find that you did. But again, if you want to find us over there, it's patreon.com/crapvegas. Again, thank you all so much. This show never hits 100 episodes unless you guys all listen the way that you do and all the positive feedback that we got. There's a lot of things that we've experimented with over the past 100 episodes. Some of it went really, really well. Some of it did not go really well.
Most of it's gone really well.
I think so too, Josh. If you told me though that the big wheel would have continued through the 100th episode after I first heard it, no chance in my mind.
People love the big wheel. People still love the big wheel.
They do. And I feel like we have to get you a real big wheel soon. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to ruin the secret. Josh, it's the 100th episode. This is where we make all the secrets revealed.
Yes. Okay. If we're doing all the big wheel idea came from me just wanting to have a kind of whatever random Vegas topics came up. I'm like, how could we fold that into the show? What better than a big wheel?
It took a little bit of work on the sound.
It did.
Anybody that listened to the first big wheel segment we ever had
like 45
would
seconds
know
long.
that it spun for about 3.5 minutes before it landed on anything.
That dealer gave the wheel a big spin.
He did.
I think actually,
Super
speaking
strong.
of Patreon, I think we tested it. I think we beta tested it on
We
Patreon.
did.
So if you're not a patron, you probably haven't heard the guinea pig wheel spin,
God,
but it's
horrible.
over on Patreon.
It just went on and on and on. But Josh, at least, hey, to wrap things up, a big thank you to you as well. I know we put a lot of time into this to try to get it where it is, but nobody works harder at this more than Josh. He's the one that's editing every episode that we put out nowadays. I used to do some of that. He took it over for me, thankfully. I still do some video editing when we do stupid stuff like the bracket challenge that never finished.
Yes.
But for the most part,
finished.
Josh is the one that puts in all the hard work making this episode come out every 2 weeks.
Well, thanks for saying that. Chris does all the upfront work. He usually sets up at the episodes and that kind of thing, which is very nice. And yes, I do all the post-production and I kind of, geek out on it. It's been fun to learn how this all works. And I think the sound has improved over time, and
It has.
excited to continue that part.
I agree, Josh. So thank you again, 100 episodes. And when this episode drops, you'll probably see something on Twitter and on our website with a montage of photos that users submitted over the past couple weeks. I put a call out for everybody's favorite Vegas moment photos over the past couple years to kind of celebrate with our 100th episode. So you'll see that posted relatively shortly too.
Super. So thank
Okay.
you, everybody. It does mean the world to us having you been with us for 100 episodes plus over on Patreon. And it's really special. Chris and I have gotten much better as friends. We've gotten to know each other really well over the course of this show. Hopefully you guys have gotten to know us too. And we'll look forward to many, many more.
Yeah. So thank you guys again. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Vegas, here we come.
Thanks for listening to the Crap Vegas podcast.
Have you ever been to Vegas?
Check out all our recent news and our Vegas trip calendar by visiting crapvegas.com.
See you in Vegas.
Previous episode feedback, Josh.
We got an email from Michelle. Michelle said, love the episode.
Hold on.
See, I can't
You
do
want
it.
to switch this up on the 100th episode?
Let me just say, when you're talking about the casino and different things about the casino, if you guys weren't dead on, you'd be hearing from me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But you guys
good.
are
Yeah, that makes me feel
really,
good.
you guys are really dead on host and everything. So
Yeah,
just to
thank you.
let you know, like when you had the one about the cocked dice, we were all like laughing about that one because we learned just to let you can let everybody know you learned it in school. Like it's from the beginning. Hit the dice. There's no problem. Like you know what I mean? And it's the truth because there's a problem. It's a problem. The whole table explodes. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Oh,
if
you mean
hit
when
the
you just
dice-
do it so fast? Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
just-
why we do it. You know, and
Yeah.
I wanted to call you. I wanted to text you guys and
Well,
call
thank
you
I'm
on
glad we
that.
got that right. Yeah.
Well,
You know what I mean? We learned it in school. You learn it
Yeah.
in school, and they stress it. Just hit it. There's going to be a problem.
Yep.
And
Oh, there
would be.
is. Yeah.
There
And I
is,
saw it, and I
happens.
want to
Like,
fight.
you saw it. That's... What's the other guy? Your other guy, Jack, Angry Jack.
Oh,
right?
Jack.
Boring
Boring
Jack.
Jack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Boring
Boring Jack.
Jack,
Boring
yeah.
Jack. He does play boring though.
Perfect.
Perfect.